Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me today. Today's topic is going to be imagination, thoughts, thinking. You are what you become by thinking. Does that make any sense? You became what you are by thinking. How about that? That sounds better. Okay. I was thinking today, when I look back over my life, and I've known this for many years, I can see how everything that happened to me was first a thought in my mind. How what I thought became reality. When I was young, I dreamed of riding a motorcycle, like these two guys in a movie I saw. I dreamed about that. I visualized it, I imagined it, and I became that. I always wanted to be a tough guy, so I became a street fighter. I became an amateur boxer. I became a professional boxer, and I got pretty tough. Okay, I wanted to have a family and have kids. I got married. I have 8 kids. I'm not married now. So, not that everything worked out exactly like I wanted it to, but I can see how my thoughts led me and brought to me what I thought about. But also, when the marriages didn't work out, I can also see how my thinking changed in a way that actually brought the marriages to an end. But many times you can't see this when you're in the middle of it. But if you look back in retrospect and take out the word blame and think about the thoughts that you had during these times, and then the actions you took, you can see how your thoughts have created your life. Marcus Aurelius said, your life is colored by your thoughts, or dyed by the thoughts that you have. Is created. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay? Many of the great prophets and seers and wise men through the ages all say the same thing. So what does that have to do with you and me? Okay, I was reading a thing this morning and a guy wanted to know how he could increase his nonverbal communication with women. Okay, whatever you want to be, you got to see that you are what you want to be before you can be what you want to be. Does that make any sense? Can you figure that one out? But you have to see it within your mind first. Do you want to be Casanova? Do you want to be Giga Chad? Do you want to be the man? Do you want to be the best player? Then you have got to see yourself being that man. Now, can you do it just one time? Imagine that you're that man in a situation where you're picking up the girls, or all the girls are looking at you, or all the girls are wanting you. No. Can you do one push-up and then be strong? Can you go to the gym one time and do one bench press and have a big chest? No, it doesn't work that way. Then why do people think that if they're going to say an affirmation for a week or visualize something for a week, 5 minutes a day, that it's going to change their life? It's not. It's the same principle as anything else in life. Think about something that you're good at today or that you're excellent at. Did you just do it once and you were excellent at it? No. It took time to develop that skill. Whatever it is, even if it's playing Xbox or some of the games on Xbox, Minecraft, or whatever the games are. I don't play them, but my kids do, okay? You played over and over and over again. Through repetition, you became good. It's the same way with using your mind. Your mind is a muscle. You can call it a muscle. Okay? You use that over and over again. You get a vision of what you want to be, of what you want to become. Maybe it's Giga Chad. Maybe it's Casanova. Whatever it is, okay? And you see that over and over and over again every day. And see it so richly that you feel the emotions as if you are actually doing it. Because the subconscious mind, which will make this happen, or if you're esoteric, the superconscious mind, which is connected to the subconscious mind, has ways and means of making these things happen that you can't even imagine. Now, don't decide how it's going to happen. Just see it happening. And you will get intuitive nudges or urgings to take action in that direction. But the mistake people make is they think. They start saying, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, how's that going to get me to my goal? No, you can't do that. You have to trust. And also, when you get these intuitive nudgings or urgings to do something, fear will come up. Well, what are they going to think about me? Well, how's that going to work? What's going to happen? Well, maybe this will happen. Maybe that'll happen. Oh, well, that person doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, no, she's not interested in me. Okay? You got to forget about all that rational, logical thinking and just take action on the intuitive nudgings and promptings that you have. I mean, unless it's like, hey, go rob a bank or something and everybody will know who you are. I'm not talking about that. But you will know the difference between your mind and these actions. You need to meditate on what you want to become. How do you think that these famous professional athletes, world champions, became world champions? Do you think they just go out there and take the action? No. Of course you have to take the action. And sometimes you have to take the action first because the feeling will follow the action. But first you have to have the thought to take the action. Everything begins in the mind as a thought. And guess what? You have control over the thoughts within your mind. You can direct them. A good way to do it is to get yourself in a relaxed state. Lay down or sit down, whatever's more comfortable for you. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and relax. Quiet your mind. And then start dreaming or imagining what you want to be. Imagine yourself out somewhere at a party, a dance, a gathering, and imagine the girls looking at you. Look them in the eyes when they look at you. Look at their hair. Look at what they're wearing, the shapes of their bodies. Listen to the sounds of the crowd. If you see 3 girls talking, listen to them talking. Maybe you can't hear exactly what they're saying, but you hear them talking. And as they're talking, they're looking at you. And you can tell that the way they're looking at you, that they want to be with you. They want you to approach them. See yourself walking over to the girls. See one of them blushing and being intimidated by your presence because you are a high-value man. See yourself as a high-value man. See yourself, but look as you're looking out from your eyes. Feel yourself in that position. Don't look at yourself as an onlooker, looking at your figure or your body. Feel yourself and see yourself doing it, but in a way that you are looking out from your eyes. You are hearing the sounds the same as if you were there. Think from the situation you want to be in. Think from the person you desire to be. Think of being, not just doing, but feel the emotions. I mean, if you're talking to the girl, maybe you reach out, and I do this sometimes, maybe you reach out and touch her hair. You have beautiful, man, I like your hair. Some girls, excuse me, have beautiful hair. Really take care of it. Too many girls here in the U.S. don't take very good care of their hair, unless they're a hair model. Okay, but feel her hair. Touch her on the shoulder. Look her deeply into her eyes and say something to her. Do all this in imagination, not just once. Do it over and over and over and over again. And you will find yourself becoming the person you see yourself being, the person that is acting and doing these things. Events will happen in your world that will bear witness to the man that you are becoming. But you can't just do this once or twice or for a week or for a month. Maybe something will happen in a month, maybe it won't. It depends on how clear and how emotionally you can achieve this vision, how much emotion you can put into this vision, how real you can make it, how real can it be. That's up to you. It depends how much effort you want to put into it. Now, it's not an effort of physical strength and willpower. It takes willpower to sit down and relax and put this into play. It takes willpower to have consistency to do it every day. It is an act of your will to do this. Okay, but it will bear fruit. These things will come to pass. As I said, how do you think these athletes, a lot of them will tell you that they visualized over and over and over again the victory, the championship of someone putting the belt on them. For example, a world champion boxer imagined when they put the belt on him, he imagined how the belt felt. He heard the sound of the crowd. He felt the sweat dripping down him because he had just won the fight. Maybe he was bruised or had a few cuts. He felt the blood dripping down his head. He felt his fists hitting his opponent as they went down through the ropes. I have done all that, and it happens the way you see it in your mind. It's so important. Everything you see was created first within the mind of someone. If you see a Giga Chad or a Casanova or a guy that's just a natural with women, he first saw himself doing the things that you're watching him doing right now and succeeding. He saw it within his mind, or he believed, or he had a thought or a feeling or an impression that he could do it. And he took action on that, and he became the man that you see today, the natural. You too can become a natural, but it takes effort, and it takes mental effort first. But as I said, over and over and over again, you do this. You visualize this over and over and over, and you emotionalize it. There's a technique called overlapping, and I have used this for my first pro fight. I used it. I thought about a fight I won as an amateur, and I put myself in my mind in my first pro fight. Every round I worked, I heard the bell ring, the first round, I seen the crowd at the fight, and I took a fight that I had won in the past as an amateur, and the feelings I had after I won the fight, I put those feelings into the visualization of my first pro fight of when I won it. I overlapped those feelings into that, and I won my first pro fight, and I stopped the guy, okay? Now, the first round I was losing, okay? But it doesn't matter. You don't know the how. Don't worry about the how. You see the end result. I saw myself as the winner. I overlapped the victory I had as an amateur, the feelings, into this picture of me winning my first pro fight, and I won, okay? I've used that before in other fights. I've used it in other activities such as triathlons. I've used it in road running races, 10Ks, 5Ks, marathons. The clearer the visualization, the clearer the picture, the stronger the emotion, the more likely it is that it will play out exactly as you visualize it. But that's up to you. Same as when you go to the gym. The more you focus on what you're doing, your workouts, technique, and all that, the better the results are going to be. If you just go in there haphazardly and you don't put a lot of effort into your workouts, what are you going to get out of it? Half measures availed us nothing. Okay, you got to put yourself all in. And it's the same way with this mental visualization. You have to put yourself all in. Believe that it works. I mean, like I said, just look out into the world. Everything you see. You're watching me now on something that was first created in the mind of man before it ever became a reality. Whatever kind of screen you're watching it's on, computer, phone, whatever it is, that was first created in the imagination of a man. You too have one of these imaginations. You can create anything you want. And the easiest thing I've found to create is myself. My body, my attitudes, my actions have all been created within myself. This personality I have, I created that. The personality is but a mask we put on. You have been many different people since you were born. A child, a student, a college student, a player, a Giga Chad, a simp, a beta maybe, or an alpha. You chose and you put on those personalities, first through your imagination. Anyway, that's all the time I have today. Thanks for joining me. Share this with a friend. Leave a comment in the comment section. And pick up a copy of my book, Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of Mark Daniels, available on Amazon, Book Depository, and Barnes & Noble, and other global booksellers. Have a great day.